Hello everyone, welcome to Soul Seekers Tarot and your reading. I'm Corey. So in today's reading we're going to be looking at what's going on with you right now and what is to be done about it. What's going on with you right now and what's to be done about it. Alright, hope everybody's doing well and have a good weekend. It's Sunday over here where I am. Who knows what it is wherever you are. So I hope you're all doing well. So we're going to use this deck to pick the three piles. Okay, so pile number one, we've got the physical body, which is root chakra. Number three card is like communication, the root chakra. And pile number two, we have a sacral chakra. Isn't that interesting? Next one up. Number 8, that's abundance. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, okay. It's kind of, there's variations in this deck, you know, so there's personal power, solar plexus. It's, you know, the next one up and so forth in orange for the sacral chakra again. So it's very much like a harvest gold color, this one is. Whoops. And now for the third chakra, we have got confidence with the solar plexus. Now, isn't that just really interesting? Number 11, that is a master number. See that? Yeah, so we got starting with the root chakra for pile 1, and then sacral chakra, next one up, and the next one up after that is your solar plexus chakra. Okay, so these are the three, I guess, chakras or three colors that we have to choose from. And if you can't use your intuition or have a tough time figuring out which one to go with, we've got numbers for you. So we have 2 and 3 here for pile 1. Pile 2 is 5 and 6. Seems to be a theme here. And that third pile is 1 and 4. Well, that's the only one that breaks the theme. You got 2, then 3, which is one after another, 5 and 6, one after another, but then the third pile is 1 and 4. So however, you know, you use it in combination, maybe it's just a 2 you're resonating with, or a 3. So then, or 23, or it could be 32, or if you add the 2 together, it's 5. And if you add the 2 together, you might be wanting to watch this one too, because this add together is 5. This one is 5 as well, so I mean, you could watch all 3. But in any case, this is 11 if added together, but 5 or 6 or 56, 65, and you get what I mean. Okay, so forth and so on. Now, if it's not the number, then perhaps it's your zodiac sign. 4 for pile 1 and 4 for pile 2, and the last 4 for pile 3. Pile 1, we have Aries and, not Aries, Pisces and Cancer, and Gemini and Virgo. Okay, so for pile 2, we've got Sagittarius and Libra, and Scorpio and Aquarius. For pile 3, all the rest, right? We have Aries and Taurus. All the goaty things are here. Capricorn, and then the cat, Leo. Okay, guys, that's what we got for your 3 piles to choose from. I hope that you can resonate with one, at least one, if not more. Okay, so I'll be back shortly, but take your time. Hey there, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this first card, the root chakra, with the physical body, and number 3. So it seems to me that possibly your physical health or your body is trying to speak to you. And we got 3 in the numbers as well. So that's communication. And this 2 is partnering up. So if you didn't choose with your intuition, you might have chose by the number. We got 2 or 3, 23, 32, or 5 if you add them together. Might resonate with you, and if not, it was your zodiac sign. We have Pisces and Cancer with what's that, Gemini and Virgo. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read the book meaning for this this root chakra card in just a moment. Let's get a Lenormand out. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, thank you for being here and for enveloping all of us in your beautiful angelic wings of light, love, protection, and guidance. Please guide and assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies of the cards for each of these piles. Thank you. All right, I just feel like I need to do this. So here we go. All right, so which one do we have speaking to us? Well, that's personal power. That's 15. That's 6. Maybe it has to do with genetics or heredity, you know, like genes, something that you may have inherited that is concerning you right now, or making you sad or ill, or, you know, it's doing something with respect to your ability to move about freely, or just to be able to live your life without physical restrictions. We've got 10 of clubs, which is the 10 of wands, right? So 10 of wands is heavy. It's heavy burden. All right, let's see. So 15 is 6. 6 is 6 has to do with family and love. So that's why I say it could be something to do with your genetics, something you inherited. And the polar bear it's purity, right? It's a type of, it's pure force. Basically, it's saying that you are going to continue to move forward because you are, you've got life to live. You've got life to live. You've got ones to protect, as a mom bear, ones to protect or ones to look out for. Let's see, for pile 1, Archangel Michael, what else we have here that can speak to the physical body and the polar bear, the white polar bear. Geese, on a quest, migration, relocation, dependable, know where you're going, leaves no one behind, cyclical and faithful. Yeah, that's interesting. So, the polar bear is movement, right? Is moving. It's a force. It's a force to be reckoned with, right? It's pure. It has pure intentions, basically. What the polar bear has. Like if you were to run into a polar bear on the Arctic, at the Arctic, and you were face to face with one, it probably is going to try and kill you, but it has nothing to do with just the fact that you're there. It's just that they either need to eat or feed somebody, or they're in protection of their, well, of course themselves, but their cubs. That sort of thing. So it's not like something personal. It's just something that it's an innate thing. It's an inheritable thing. It's something that the genes of a polar bear gets passed down from one generation to the next. Just like we were talking about here with your root chakra or your physical body. And so you might be on a quest to actually find out what you need to do in order to ameliorate the conditions or symptoms that you have. It's very possible. Oh yes, I was going to read this. So the physical body, number 3, is your body is your temple, and it is the place where your spirit resides. Taking diligent care of yourself and attentively heeding your body's messages is of utmost importance. So that it speaks to you with the 3, right? Communication. Our bodies speak to us. Rekindle the connection with your inner self and express gratitude for your body's innate and automated functions. The automatic functions of breathing and your heart, breathing and your heart beating and stuff like that. Autonomous, what's it? The autoimmune, the autonomous. Oh, I can't think of the word right now. Okay, so. It's not like it's a cerebral, okay, I'll just shut up because I get myself focused on something that is not that important. Okay, so rekindle the connection with your inner self and express gratitude for your body's innate and automated function. I keep thinking of, maybe it is important, the nerve system, the automatic nerve system. What is it called, guys? The ANS. I have to look. Sorry, guys, I have to look. I took all this in school, but you know what? I don't keep all this stuff because in my head, I'd be going crazy. I am interested in too many things that I would just drive myself crazy. So what does ANS stand for? The autonomic nervous system. That's hard for me to say. Autonomic nervous system, the part of the nervous center that controls involuntary body functions like heart rate, digestion, and breathing. It is a network of nerves that works unconsciously to regulate essential functions, helping the body maintain homeostasis. That's balance, system balance. And if your system's not in balance, then you're going to be ill. And perhaps that's what's going on with you. The autonomic nervous system. Embrace and cherish your physical form in its entirety. Pay homage to your body's needs, whether they involve getting more rest, integrating additional movement and exercise into your routine, or simply stepping outside to get some fresh air. Remember, the mind, body, and soul operate in harmony. Maintaining a clear physical vessel is pivotal. Learn to love your body as is and take actions that contribute to your vital health, your vitality, your health, and your well-being. It says learn to love your body as is. So no matter what shape your body is in, just learn to love it anyways. A call for self-care is what's needed. Pampering yourself, taking time to relax, and nurturing your body. Physical activities can improve your mood, and pay attention to your health to prevent or minimize ailments. Changes in your diet may be necessary, and there are physical actions necessary to move towards your desires. So, for example, if you have just recently been diagnosed or is diagnosed with diabetes and you're having complications with it, and learning to live with diabetes is having to change your diet and possibly your health regime, if that includes physical activity. So that might be something that you're dealing with, and if it's not diabetes, which I believe can be heritable, right? Especially the type, well, I don't know, maybe type 1 as well. But in any case, whatever it is something that your bloodline has been dealing with. So in number 14 here, this is change. So you're on a quest to be able to figure out how to manage or control the symptoms of what's going on with your body. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get some cards to look at what's going on with you right now. And then at the back of the deck, those are going to be the cards that are going to talk to us about what is to be done about it. Okay, just so you know. All right, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, please allow the tarot to speak to us about pile 1's thing that's going on with them. So we have 3 of Pentacles. All right, so that's the foundation, that's root, right? The foundation is the root. It's just like the body, where we sit is where our root chakra is located. So 3 of Pentacles has to do with, well, you know, generally it's collaboration, but it could be collaboration in order for you to be able to address some concerns that has to do with your physical health, your physical well-being. Yeah, the foundation of whatever it is may need to be tweaked. The foundation could be what you have been doing to needing to tweak it to change up some things. You know, working it with 3 of Pentacles, collaborating with professionals, health professionals and dietitians and maybe physical exercise coaches and stuff like that, or a gym or whatever. We got the Lovers, and the Lovers is about the heart, right? Choices we make. Okay. And then the King of Cups. Well, the King of Cups is like somebody who is like deeply, you know, in their emotions. Deeply in their emotions. But the King has got their emotions under control, but perhaps you need to get your emotions under control. Make some choices that will help you, because if you haven't heard this before, anything that has to do with our mental and emotional well-being will show up as a result or a consequence in our body, in our physical body. Our physical body is our end point, okay? Because we have our soul, which is the aura, and then within that bubble, because it's all round, it's like a bubble where our energies are like a bubble. If you ever seen any ghost hunting shows or whatever, and the camera catches these orbs of light, that's consciousness, that's spirit consciousness, and that's what we are, orbs of light. So there is the orb of light, which is our consciousness, our spiritual consciousness. That's the highest consciousness, right? Not the type of physical consciousness that we have. Like I am conscious that I'm doing this reading right now. That's not the same as being spiritually conscious. So there's the two different ones. So then we have the, because this consciousness is within the dream, and of course the dream doesn't exist, even though it really feels like it exists and we're operating in it and all this sort of stuff. We really aren't, but you know, that's another story. But in any case, we have our soul, and then within that same bubble is our mental body. We call it mental energy, our mind. And then within that is the emotional body. So that's the next body down. And then within that, like the atom kind of thing, it's because there's structures within structures within structures. Or if you want to look at it as being a pebble on the surface of a pond or a lake, where the pebble hits the water and it ripples out right like that. So you can think of it like that, where you're the pebble, the physical part, like the rock, right? So the body is the physical endpoint of our creation. But what we can continue to create with our physical body, you know, with our words and our hands and feet, and you know, our body, we can continue to create in this dream anything that we desire to create. So right now you may need to create some physical health. Okay, so let's keep going. Queen of Wands, somebody who is going to be physically active, right? Because Wands is action. So someone who is going to take charge and take control. With the Six of Cups, about the past, something to do with the past. It could be the past of your genetic makeup, you know, coming in from your family lineage. The Two of Wands, making a decision now, needing to, you know, do some research, right? Do some research, which is the quest. You're on the quest to migrate, or, you know, you may find, like some people who've got breathing problems, for example, that's the autonomic nervous system, right? That's one of the things that's part of the ANS is breathing. We don't have to think about breathing, our body just breathes until it doesn't anymore, right? But the Two of Swords is like doing some research. Maybe I need to live somewhere else. It's going to be easier on my lungs, easier on my asthma, easier on my allergies, whatever. That's going to help you breathe better. We've got the Knight of Swords, and that is like, look, this is a fish. And then the Truth. You may need to cut away some other like fatty or high sugar fat content type of diet. Cut away so that you can bring in, you know, like maybe start looking at, maybe you want to go vegan, or you know, I don't know, just add more fish. Maybe you need to have some omega-3, omega-6. Is it 6? Omega-3, omega-6 in your diet. or take the supplement, right? Then we have the Five of Wands, because otherwise there's a lot of conflict and, you know, pain, chaos in your physical body that you're dealing with, discomfort. And it may make you irritable, where you are not an easy person to be around, and then other people are looking at you and they may be trying to argue with you just because they're taking you as being a difficult or challenging person to be with, and so they feed off that energy and they start acting like turds, okay? Even if you're not acting like a turd. So Six of Pentacles, there's the balance that we'd be looking for. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at here, guys. The back of the deck is going to give us, and what is this to be done about what's going on with you? So I see you've got your physical body is trying to speak to you. You are like you're experiencing symptoms, pains, condition. You have been diagnosed recently, or just your condition that you've had for a while is starting to flare up, or you know, it's starting to, as we get older, right, it starts to, like diabetes, for example, as we get older, it starts affecting our circulation, right, to our feet and our fingers and stuff like that. So we might start having difficulties with our feet, getting enough blood circulating down there to feed all the, you know, the blood vessels and ligaments and muscles and just the tissue and stuff like that. And I know my dad had diabetes. He's passed now, but he was always having trouble with the toe, in one toe that it had developed a sore on the side and it would never heal. They would constantly, every day, take care of it, but, you know, clean it out, rebandage it every day. Mom would do this, right? And he'd every now and again end up in the hospital because it just got to the point where it's going to start looking like it could go gangrene, and that he may end up having it removed, or his whole foot removed if they left it too long. So it was a constant maintenance for that one sore. It might have developed as simply as a sore, like you know, a blister on the side of the foot from having your shoes too tight, or maybe your feet were too damp during a time when you were doing a lot of workout, you know, a lot of movement, or your feet got wet and they didn't dry off quick enough, and maybe a stone got in your shoe, you know, and caused a blister or a scratch or something, and then it doesn't heal because of diabetes. But, you know, it could be anything, heart condition, I don't know, fibromyalgia. It could be even asthma. It could be something to do with your, you know, your organs, your sexual organs. But that's for the next card, really. But in any case, this is the physical body. Root chakra has something to do with you not feeling safe and secure, like the spiritual meaning of problems with our physical body. The root chakra is that it's not in balance, it's not open enough. It's not open enough, we're not spending enough time, like in meditation, for example, imagining the lotus, the red lotus, which is the energetic body of the root chakra. Opening like a flower, opening and expanding and turning in a healthful way, like the Wheel of Fortune. Not this way, or stagnant, like not moving or not fully open. That's when we start having problems with things that go on down there. And it's because we have the spiritual meaning is our fears of feeling safe and secure, money worries, stuff like that. Maybe feeling that you don't have enough to get by or to support your family. If you know, there's maybe always a threat that you might be kicked out of your house, or, you know, if you're renting something because you can't always pay the rent on time or pay it. Just stuff that get in the way of us feeling like we're safe, secure, and free. Those fears. And they cause physical ailments as a result. oftentimes starts off as headaches or some kind of indigestion, right? Maybe a reflex, acid reflux, that kind of thing, or you might start having ulcers. You know, just small things at first, and then it starts getting bigger and bigger. For example, diabetes, you may have been feeling sluggish every day after you eat, or you're peeing a lot, you know, urinating a lot, and your vision is kind of like wonky sometimes, but you are you start feeling like that there is, what's happening is that the pancreas is basically shutting down, because there's maybe too much weight on us, that the pancreas is used to providing insulin production for a certain body weight, and then we've suddenly gained weight or something, or that would be for like type 2. But I think you get what I'm talking about. It starts small and then it gets bigger if the longer we go without actually dealing with the root cause of the ailment in the first place. The root cause, which is the fear of a belief that there's something that we believe in that, you know, is a fear that makes us feel unsafe. And then we feel nervous, and then we feel depressed, and so forth and so on. So in any case, this is what we've got. We've got something going on with your physical body. It has something to do, it's talking to you, it's trying to tell you to maybe do some things differently so that you can feel relaxed, so that you can feel safer. If that, you know, your pure intentions is to, you know, right now it's to move forward. You're in that protection mode where you need to protect yourself or the people that you're in care of, you know, whether it's your kids or an elderly person, your parent that you're responsible for. You have pure intentions to be able to make things better. You do. And so you're on this quest. And this is what part of what they're going to be talking about, what is to be done about this, okay? But the Three of Pentacles, like I said, it's the foundation that seems a little bit, you know, untethered, or on a rocky ocean. You know, you're on the ship and it's not rocky ocean, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, woohoo, like this kind of thing. You don't feel very stable and safe, secure. You might even feel sick, like I would. So Three of Pentacles, right? The Lovers is you needed to make a choice. It has to do with your heart. It has to do with your emotions. If it's not to do directly with your heart, it has to do with the way you are in your emotions. And in this case, we have got the King of Cups, who's deeply in their emotions. So what does that mean? It means that we don't have our emotions under balance, under control. We are, our mind is kind of going from fear to, okay, I'm not going to think about it, and I'm just going to not think about it, not talk about it, not think about it, but it's still there. But you can't constantly be in fear all day, every day, like be consciously afraid, because first of all, you'd be paralyzed, so you wouldn't be able to move, you wouldn't be able to go out the door unless you've got one of those mental health conditions, right? So you can't be constantly in thinking about what you're afraid of. It's just humanly, we just don't do that unless we're in a threatened situation. Like someone has got us hostage, or, you know, we're in the forest and we have nothing to help us survive. You know, be under constant duress, stress. So unless you're not, right? So you need to get your mind telling yourself that you've got to get your emotions under control, because you're going from a fear or a feeling threat, anxious, depressed, whatever, to trying not to think about it, but it's always still there. It's underlying. It's like the underlying, the foundation. It's what you are operating from. And so, but with the king being a king of cups, deep in their emotion, yes, but they have their emotions under control. So you see, this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to move towards, like, you know, moving, migrating, relocating, moving towards finding that's the emotional stability. And it might be doing something like, if someone is in your home that is causing you a lot of stress, that they're not your child. They're not your child. They may be a friend, a family member, or a lover, right? That you could tell them they got to go. So that could be like, if they're not going to move, you're going to move, kind of thing. You're going to relocate. You're going to do what you need to do so that you can regain your peace of mind. That's the Queen of Wands energy, is to take action, to do something. So getting your emotions under control and taking action about whatever it is that's causing you. It's the past. The past is coming and it's haunting you. It haunts you, and as that mind activity of feeling haunted, like feeling like you just can't, doesn't matter what you do, you just can't get out of your fear about something, money worries, that whatever, not being loved enough, not feeling lovable, feeling neglected, feeling abandoned, whatever it is. It could be something that has come from your childhood, where your parents, you reacted with your parents. You know, maybe they weren't, maybe you felt like they were rejecting you or abandoning you, or that they just didn't really, you know, emotionally connect with you. So something from the past, and it could be the genetic thing too that we're talking about here from the past, because this is a general reading. So it's about you're standing at a crossroads and saying, look, this is what I got to do. I got to get my emotions under control. You know, my mind and my heart speaking to each other, listening to each other. My heart says, do what makes you feel best, as long as it doesn't hurt you or hurt another person. Do what makes you feel best. And the hearts and the mind saying, yes, I agree with you. Let's do that. Yep, because your heart wants you to feel good, right? Your heart wants you to feel happy and at peace. And so you're at a crossroads. Do I continue, let's say, do I continue the diet I'm on? Or do I talk to professionals about what I could do to change my diet so that I am, you know, getting more omega-3s or omega-6, whatever it is. But you need to follow your truth about what it is that's going to help you to realize what it is that you need to do. Okay, because this chaos within your body, see the ocean waves are like, there is a lot of tumultuous water action, emotional action for this beaver to navigate in order to get what it needs to build a stable and secure home. You know, the beaver dam. Yeah, so that the Six of Pentacles is trying to regain, to find that balance in order for you to do what you need to do to quiet the chaos within you, your physical body and your mind. So you start working on what you're thinking and how you're feeling about things. Your body is going to react to that. It's going to respond to that. Okay? If you start changing your self-talk, or you start changing the way you allow yourself to respond or react to other people, start changing that, you start bringing peace into your mind. That peace comes down to your end point, which is the physical body, because peace comes from above, and you let it come into your mind, then you let it to calm your emotions, and then your mind and your emotions speak to your body. Okay? And as it turns out, your body sends feedback. You know, it provides feedback to your mind to let you know what it is that it needs. Okay, so if it's saying, like, and I do this all the time, I'll eat too much, And I'll go, you know, like, why do I do that? I do that, you know, every now and again I'll do that. And I think, well, I know this is how I'm going to feel. My stomach's going to feel like this and that and the other thing. So my body's giving me feedback to what I just finished eating and how much I just finished eating of it. And I need to start paying attention to that so that I can avoid feeling like that, right? Okay, so moving on to what is it to be done? So we've got the Knight of Cups. That's you loving yourself. Yep, the Emperor, taking charge, taking control. The Devil is being obsessed about it, right? The Death is putting transformation and change in there with the Sun. Yeah, and then the Knight of Wands is all about fun and happiness, isn't it? Having a good time, being a little reckless and careless, but always keeping your eye on the prize. With the Ace of Pentacles, keep your eye on the prize. What is Ace of Pentacles? Eyes on the prize is about feeling mentally abundant, feeling mentally measured, feeling mentally balanced, because the coin can represent your mentality, and finding out that the abundance and the prosperity that you're going to experience as a result of doing the work is that you're going to start feeling physically better. Now, it might be something that you're dealing with, Cancer, it could be, but it's just, again, it's about what are you telling yourself? How are you talking to yourself? So we have the Knight of Cups. This is like sweet talk. This is sweet offering love to yourself, you know, getting yourself into that balance of being in love but in charge as well at the same time, because the Knight of Cups is on a horse and it's going somewhere. It's not as fast as the Knight of Swords does or the Knight of Wands does, but it's moving, and it's about movement. Again, remember, you're on this on a quest to migrate or relocate, to be dependable. You're able to depend on yourself and be dependable. Others can depend on you too, because you're taking control of your physical condition. Okay, and then the Emperor, again, it's taking charge, taking control. You've got the Queen of Wands energy already. You're going to be stepping it up into whatever it is I need to do. It's going to be, it's do or die, basically. It's do or die in the sense that I am going to be all in. I'm all in it, right? There's no like, I'm going to be halfway in and halfway out. I'm going to be dedicated. In other words, obsessed with whatever toxic is going on in my body that I need to ameliorate the symptoms and the root cause. So you're not working just on your body, you're working on your mind, which then automatically works on your emotions. Because think about it, right? You think something happy, you're going to feel, because we feel our emotions, right, in your body. You're going to feel happy. If you think, if you're feeling miserable, your body's going to go like this, because your emotions are going, they're like, it's like feeling angry or frustrated, or just plain mad or angry, right? I just said that. But feeling plain mad and frustrated and disappointed about something or someone, it's kind of like it just goes like this, and that's what's happening in your body. All your organs and everything that feeds your organs is sort of like clenching up. Your muscles are restricting the blood flow, so that's why we get headaches, right? Restricts the blood flow, or it's too much blood flow, and it's going boom, boom, boom like this. So we got to transform our situation, our physical health, our condition, so that we can feel, like we have a life to live. We have a life to live and be happy in, and it's by making sure that whatever you do it not with so much obsessiveness that you can't enjoy your life at the same time. So yes, be on a quest. Do what you need to do. Do your research. Check in with a variety of different health professionals if you need to. Get some referrals, stuff like that. Get more information. Get online. Find out more about your condition. If it's heritable or it's something that just came up from because there's nature and nurture. Nurture and nature. Nurture is like, because of our own way of thinking, our mindset, that we're pretty much causing our own illness because of the way we're not controlling our, let's say, our happiness. We're not allowing ourselves to be happy and just carefree. Because we get all, wound up about other people and other things and stuff going on, and we just get all tripped up about things just not going tickety-boo throughout the day kind of thing, and we just have a lot of resistance to life because we have these expectations that are not being met. And so it's about having some fun, being a little bit reckless and careless at times, but not too much. Because you've got to make sure what's really most important is, this is a divine offering, is to have your mind in sync with. So it'd be like having your crown chakra aligned with your aura, your soul, your inner person, your inner God, so that your mind can then be as become healthier, changing, you're transforming your thoughts so that you can change the outcome of what your health does or doesn't do for you with the sun energy. So what's to be done about this? What is to be done about this? It's to allow yourself to, embrace the, love for yourself, like gentle care for yourself. And that this one here, it said that the physical body, it said to taking diligent care of yourself and attentively heeding your body's messages is of the utmost importance. This says rekindle the connection with your inner self and express gratitude for your body's innate and automated functions. So it's a call for self-care, pampering yourself, taking time to relax, and nurturing your body. So I would suspect, pile one, that you haven't been spending a lot of time in relaxed energy, feeling at peace. So if you were to start making some tweaks and switches to transform the way you spend your time when you're not in communication with other people, but you got to start. It's kind of like I always say, it's always starts at home. So you got to start with what's going on in you so that you can start reacting differently to other people. You start treating yourself in the way that says, I need to be more patient with myself. Yes, I do this. Yes, I do that. For example, I get all upset and I get anxious. Yes, you do that. Okay, let's say you do that. Let's say, you know what? That's what I've always done, but it doesn't mean that I have to keep doing it. And so you say, but if I do falter, I'm going to give myself, an olive branch and say, look, this is a habit I've been doing all my life, reacting like this to certain things. I just got to give myself a little leeway. Don't hang myself every time I don't follow this new regime I'm trying to put into practice. Okay? So I hope that this was helpful for you, and best of luck with all this. Please take care of yourself. Bye for now. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the sacral chakra energy here of the color. 8 is abundant, and it's about relationships. Something to do with relationships that has to do with your sacral chakra. Okay, sacral chakra, I think it's we're going to read the definition in here, but I think it's about it is to do with, you know, sexuality, of course, but it says new relationships are entering your life. Seek reciprocity and balance in your connections. But we'll read that in a moment, okay? And so if it wasn't your intuition that had you choose this pile, it might have been the number, and we got 5 or 6. 5 or 6 or 56 or 65. Maybe you're born in 65 or 56. Yeah, or if you add them together, it's 11, which is the master number. And if it wasn't that, you've got your zodiac sign, Sagittarius and Libra, with Scorpio and Aquarius. All right, guys, let's get the rest of these cards here before I read the description for the sacral chakra. Number 8 being abundance. Something that you're feeling, you know, abundance can mean like you're feeling abundantly happy, you know, feeling abundantly secure, feeling abundantly wealthy, feeling abundantly stable, feeling abundantly loved up, you know, feeling like you're in your relationship, that things are good for you. Okay. The ring. Oh. Talk about synchronicity. So that it's an Ace of Clubs. Okay, that's passionate pursuit. Great big new beginning of passionate pursuit. Yeah. And it's coming through from the clouds. So it's like the divine is offering you this commitment, a new agreement. Remember, it said you're entering a new relationship. New relationships are entering your life. So we're looking at what's going on with you right now, right? And what is to be done about it. So I think this one's going to be fun. First one's a little serious, but maybe this one will be a little bit more fun. Let's see. Archangel Michael, what do we have here that can speak to us about this for pile number 2, please? What's going on with pile 2 right now, and what is to be done about it? Okay. We have got mirror. Wow. Number 4, foundation. Look at her. I can't tell if she is looking at actually seeing herself as she is here in the mirror, or she's seeing herself in a different gown. I can't be certain. No, I think it's the same image, because the way she's holding her gown. Okay, well, that's being self-aware. The meaning of this card is being self-aware, seeing clearly. There's ego, there's facing issues, because we're talking about mirror, right? Self-assessment, self-improvement, insecure, making comparison, reflection, obsessed, narcissistic, vain, self-love, self-appreciation. So it would be about learning to love yourself better and becoming aware that you do need to do this in this case. But you may be feeling insecure in a relationship, or insecure about getting into a relationship, being able to be with somebody. It may not be something that that you can be in all certainty that you're going to be in a relationship with this person. Maybe that's what you want, but it may not be looking that way. It may be that your person that you're interested in might have interest in other people. So you might be feeling like you got to compare. You're comparing yourself to other, potential suitors for your person, making comparisons, right? You look at yourself in the mirror and you think to yourself, well, what would they see in me that they don't see in another? Or what did they see in someone else that maybe they're not seeing in me? If not feeling like you have enough, or, not enough positive qualities that would really attract your person. Could be. We'll find out. So this card brings your attention to the relationships in your life, including the one you have with yourself. Think about the current relationships with friends. So that's self-love in this card, and we're reading about this card. So it has to do with making sure that you're being kind and true to yourself, taking care of you by when you look in the mirror, you see yourself as a beautiful child of spirit, right? That you are a perfect soul with a physical body. And that your soul wants that physical body. You know, your soul wants your physical body, wants your physical life. It wouldn't be in your body, pile number 2, if it didn't want what you have been living, experiencing, pursuing, right? Your soul would not be in your body, and you need to hear this. Your soul would not be in your body if it didn't want what you've got. Yeah. I mean, as far as your soul is concerned, your soul loves every single atom of your physical body, your physical life, and your physical appearance. Okay, it loves everything about you, your personality. It loves it all. There's that. Your soul's not sitting back there going, you know, if only they would just think this or be like that, be a little different. No, your soul is saying, yeah. Your soul is saying, let's get busy and do what we need to do to continue, you know, moving forward, because the whole purpose of a soul having a life in physical form is to remember who it is, how powerful it is, to help you. Because if you think of it, 2 separate selves, right? You have your soul self and your ego self, your human self. If you think of yourself in 2 different forms, right? Your soul is trying to get you to remember, to wake up to something that you've forgotten because of the coming in with the veil, coming into this body. You have the veil. As soon as you become an infant, the veil is down, fully and completely down. For some toddlers, they can still see through the veil for a time, but it's usually what would you say, raised out of them by the parents, you know, saying this is real, what you're saying is not real, but this is real, you know. So the child starts doubting their premonitions and whatnot, you know, their psychic powers, not knowing that they may not even realize they have psychic powers, but to them it's normal for a time until they're told differently. So think about the current relationships with your friends. I'll start again. The card brings your attention to the relationships in your life, including the one you have with yourself. Think about the current relationships with friends, family, and significant others. Do they reflect a healthy balance? Are you able to communicate effectively? How do these relationships make you feel? The answers to these questions provide guidance on how to proceed with your needs and wants in mind. It's time to identify what is feeding you, and alternatively, what may be draining you. This will make it clear where your energy should be focused and where it may need to be withheld. Relationships are often a mirror and teach you a lot about yourself. Isn't that just freaking just unreal? We have got, you know, talk about a relationship, right? A commitment, the eternal symbol of the wedding band. That, you know, we not just in this life, but in all lifetimes, we're coming back around to this relationship. You know, whatever kind of relationship you're going to have from soul to soul, from past lifetimes and so on. It's going to continue on. If you don't get things, you know, healed between you in this relationship, you get a chance to work on it. In this lifetime, you get a chance to work on it in another lifetime, and so on and so forth. But the fact that your relationship is your mirror, and then this card has come out, and it's a totally different deck than what we're reading here. It's so cool. I love that. Do they reflect a healthy balance? Are you able to communicate effectively? How do these relationships make you feel? The answers to these questions provide guidance on how to proceed with your needs and wants in mind. So what's going on with you right now? And, you know, what is it to be done about it? It's time to identify what is feeding you, and alternatively, what may be draining you. Is the relationship draining you, or does it feed you? Does it add to your life or take from you? This will make it clear where your energy should be focused and where it may need to be withheld. So again, we're talking about friends or family or a significant others, okay? That's where it's not, doesn't have to be a romantic partner that we're talking about. Could be a family member or your parents, you know, always wanting you to be at home, always wanting your attention, always wanting your free time, that kind of thing, like monopolizing on you, or your friends. You know, if you got a friend who's just super jealous all the time, or just bossy, or somebody who is a control freak and that you can only be with them and they get angry at you if you are hanging out with somebody else. You know, relationships are often a mirror and teach you a lot about yourself that would have been difficult to see within this reflection. So additional meanings is the new relationships are entering your life, or seek reciprocity and balance in your connections. There is an opportunity to heal a relationship. Your relationships are teaching you valuable life lessons, and ensure your relationships are an accurate reflection of who you are. So whoever you decide to spend a lot of time with, make sure that they're the person that adds to your life, so that they reflect your values of what you feel is the purpose of a relationship, and the progression forward of what the two of you in a relationship, whether you're friends, family, or romantic partners, are you on the same page, you know, about what you want to do in your future, you know, right now, today, and how's that going to affect you pursuing something that the two of you are on the same page about, if you're on the same page. But if you're not on the same page, do you feel like you're going to be able to follow your pursuits? Right? See, the Ace of Wands, right? Being in partnership with somebody, the Ace of Wands, that's passionate pursuit. It is feeling all charged up about something that makes you feel alive. Ace of Wands, a new beginning. Yeah, these three cards, we don't have to go any further. We got three cards that really speak about what we are addressing today. The King of Cups. Wow, this dude here, this energy is deep in their emotions, and they're balanced. They're deep in their emotions. They're not the lovey-dovey type where, well, they might be lovey-dovey, but they're not going to actually love you up with words. They're just going to show you, you see. Yeah, and then we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, maybe somebody's too much in their emotions, or not enough. Maybe you need to be. Okay, so Temperance, there's balance and healing, peace. Knight of Wands is possibly being irrational, being irresponsible, or having way too much fun, or needing to have a little bit more fun. Ooh, Nine of Wands, maybe too much fun, too much irresponsibility, being irresponsible. You know, not you necessarily, that could be the King of Cups. The Empress, so either you're married or you're coming into the Empress energy. King of Pentacles, that's the commitment right there. Six of Pentacles, there's balance. Wow. The Lovers, wow, wow, wow. And then the back of the deck will be what we are to do about it. Like what is to be done about it, okay? I'll pull those out in a bit. Well, it looks like to me that you are in a commitment with the King of Cups. And they are stressing you out. They're stressing, they might be too clingy, you know, for you. Or they are loving up other people. And it could be like it could be your dad. It could be your dad, a brother, or it could be your sister and mother too. Okay, because the king is just a king, it's energy. Doesn't have to be a masculine. It's masculine energy. So somebody's in their masculine energy. This is you, the Empress, and this is the person that is going to be on the same page with you. Same page, balance, equal give and take, reciprocity. The Lovers. It's you two little lovebirds, little owls there. Making a choice to be with each other. But you have a commitment that is forcing you to look at what it is that is not said with words. Let's see, forcing you to look at what it is. Okay, yeah, okay, this is it, guys. Now, this may not be for everybody, but I'm getting that the person you're with is in the King of Cups. They love you. They deeply love you, but they don't show it. They don't show it enough. You know, they show it by, they show it by being there with you. They show it by being responsible. They show it by, if they go to work, they come home, and they come home to be with you. Even though when they come home to be with you, well, they're coming home just to be at home. And that's how you're taking it. It has nothing to do with they're coming home to be with me. They're coming home because that's where they need to go after they're done work. Because they got to eat dinner and do dishes and then relax and then go to bed. So they can get up and do it all over again. There's not enough. This is what's happening, is this person's deep in their love and they don't necessarily tell you. So I'm thinking they're like this. They're in this, like I said, may not be for everybody, but they're in this energy of I'm not even going to show you. And it could be, it could very well be the way they grew up, the way they see a relationship is supposed to function, because they learned from their parents that maybe their parents weren't very affectionate with each other, or even with the kids, but they may have got divorced, separated, and realizing it's because, obviously, in a kid's mind, when they're watching their parents, for a lot of kids, they would be thinking it's because they don't love each other. They don't care enough for each other because they don't want to be with each other. So, pile 2, you got this person, and I'm going to turn them upside down just because it helps. That you got this person who can very well be deeply loving you and deeply expressive, but they're not. And it's causing you a great deal of burden. Yeah. And it's causing you to not be at peace in your home, in your relationship, in your life outside of work. It's causing you to lose so this would be like this. It's causing you to feel heavily burdened, though the way you're going to deal with it by putting the burdens down, although it's just like it's a temporary, it's not like a fix. It is like when you retail therapy, you're feeling like you need something. You need to feel, you just want to buy something. I mean, it comes right down. I want to buy something. So I go out and I buy something, or buy a lot, whatever. And then you feel good. And then, a day or so goes by and you're looking at your nice little shiny object. Well, this is what I bought the other day. I'm really happy I got it. I love it, love it, love it. But you know what? It's boring. No, it's not boring. It's just that you're moving on. You need something else now. It was just a temporary fix. Retail therapy is always just a temporary fix. Because there's underlying thing is the void that we're feeling in our life. And if it's the relationship, it's this void of your person not sitting in their rightful energy as a king, your king. They're and I wouldn't say that they're purposely doing it, but it's just the way they are. It's like that's their makeup, because they don't know any different than be any different. They don't know to be different. They don't talk to you about it. If you try to talk to them, they clam up. They don't talk. They don't talk. They won't talk. They refuse to talk. You're losing your peace over this. I mean, you've lost your peace. You've lost your peace There is no balance for you at home in this relationship. So it might be causing you to take flight, you know, to go and find it somewhere else. But this is just causing you, like the Ten of Pentacles is heavy, the greatest burden. The Nine of Pentacles is that you're still burdened. Like I was saying, it's a temporary fix, like the retail therapy thing. So it'd be like, let's say, relationship or companionship therapy, let's say. You're reaching out to others or someone else that's on your radar, and you're trying to get that harmonious and bonding connection, emotionally bonding connection with your person, with the person you choose to spend your life with, that you spend your free time with. That's what you want, and you found it in somebody else. Of course, they could be like that with you because they don't have any, you know, real tie or commitment to you. But this person, you're married to them. You're committed to them. And so it's the Nine of Wands energy is that you are still burdened, even though you could that's when you thought you could let it go by going to buy something or going to strike up a relationship with someone else who can provide that emotional comfort and support and, you know, just adoration. Somebody who's going to treat you and treat you like you're precious, and treat you like they just love everything about you. They listen to you, they talk to you, they share heart to heart with you, that sort of thing, that kind of person. And when you're with them, you feel like this. You feel so abundant. Remember, the 8 is the abundant one here. It's the relationship. That you got relationships issues with your King of Cups, but you're trying to ameliorate that by, you know, not going to the divorce court, but having someone else and seeing if there maybe is someone else out there that you would leave your husband for to be with, if this person, if somebody could really be on the same page with you and you knew it wasn't just like a honeymooning kind of energy between you and this person, where, you know, the honeymoon phase eventually ends. And especially if you left your husband or wife, that this person may turn into a different kind of lover if you were suddenly available to be with them 100%, right? They might start thinking, no, that's not what I want, so I'm not going to, you know, I can't be like this with them anymore. You know, they might be thinking, I can't be like this with you anymore because it's not the same. It's not the same energy. We're not like being clandestine, if that's what they're looking for. But in any case, you're feeling very abundant with this. At least you have this person. If your person couldn't do it, at least you got this person, right? Maybe they're available to you more frequently during the day. Maybe they work in the store down the road and you see them at lunchtime, or maybe they're in the same company with you and you see them quite often throughout the day. Whatever the situation is that it's just like you just feel good during your days when you're not at home with your person, because this person makes you feel so much differently than your person does. And it just fulfills you, makes you feel abundant again, abundantly loved up, like I said before. So the Empress, but you are someone's wife. You're this person's wife. But it makes you feel alive. It makes you feel wise. You know, it makes you feel like you're large and in charge. You know, you just feel like you're all that, or you feel like dang, I'm hot. You know, if you put a nice dress on, you know, if you know you're going to see your person during the day, you wear something really nice and you just know you look good. King of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Lovers. So it's possible for some of you, this person may be with, you know, married themselves, in a commitment themselves. Okay, but if not, they want to commit to you. They want to, for the two of you to be on the same page, they want to give you a ring. They want to have a new beginning, a passionate new beginning. Well, you already have a passionate new beginning with them in the Knight of Wands energy. But it's just like you want to have that passion in your relationship, in your life. And you know, you've got to make a choice then, right, between this person, that person, and this person. If this person is this one in this energy here, well, that's you too, right? Because you're clandestining with this person. They may be in a relationship, so they'd have to decide if they're going to leave their person. But if they're not in a relationship already, then it's somebody who wants to commit to you. Excuse me, guys. However, what is to be done about this? You're in a pickle, right? Because you got this person, whether you're sleeping with them or not, it's complicating things. You know, it's like with this other person in your life, depending on what are you actually agreeing to, what are you doing, what you're committing, what kind of commitments are you making to them. It's causing, you know, a great deal of burden still in your life because you're still with this person. You're still with this person. You may truly love this person, may really want to be with them, but you can't be with them because you're not the same person you were before. You're starting to look in the mirror and seeing what you may have been agreed to in the beginning, to be with this person, knowing full-heartedly like they were already like this. Let's say they were already like this, deeply loving you, always showing up, be responsible, you know, that kind of thing, but just not, you know, loving you up, you know, sitting just lovey-dovey. You know, how can you explain it? Just feeling that this person really wants to be next to you, with you, and if you go out socially, they're by your side. They want to talk to you while you're even out conversing with others. This, like, you know that when you go out with your person, that other people are going to know that the two of you are together. But right now it's like you go out and he goes this way and you go that way, or she goes this way and you go that way, right? It doesn't really look like the two of you are even together, and these things might be bothering you. So it is about trying to find a solution. Now, is the solution leaving him and committing to someone else? Is that a solution? It's your decision to be made, right? Well, so what is it that's different now, pile number 2, in you that wasn't before? Because the wasn't before was where you were in agreement with this. Like you may not have been like in agreement with it. It's just like you were maybe thinking it was all you. That the reason why they weren't lovey-dovey with you, like showing you and telling you how much they love you, think you're beautiful, that they like make big effort over, wow, don't you look great in that tuxedo, or don't you look great in that gown, whatever, you know. You let it slide, you know, swept it under the rug kind of thing until you didn't. So what happened? What happened? You're looking in the mirror. You're looking in the mirror. You became more self-aware. You're seeing that you're not happy. This is saying seeing clearly. You're facing issues. Issues is that I feel like when you're with this person, you feel like you're $1 million, right? Feel like $1 million. They make you feel so good. They do. They make you feel so good. And you're saying, okay, well, if this person can be like that with me, and I feel like this, that, and the other thing, like all the really great feelings of feeling self-assured and confident stuff with this person, not feeling so self-assured and confident with this person, then why am I accepting less than what I deserve? Why am I accepting less? And so those questions have been mulling around your mind. What's the difference between being with this guy and being with this guy or girl? Okay, this girl or this girl. Why is it so different? it's like a dichotomy. This is like day and night, you know? Is this a dichotomy where I just feel alive and wanted and adored and just so self-assured and confident, stuff like that, being with this person, knowing that they want to be with me because they show me and they tell me all the time. Whereas this one doesn't. You're becoming more self-aware. You have been making comparisons between what it's like, what this person's like and what this person's like. Yeah. And you've been looking at yourself where if you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I don't like myself when I'm around this person. But when you're with this person, you look in the mirror and you go, I love myself. You see the difference is that it depends on the person you're with as to how you're going to feel about yourself. This person brings out the I must not be enough. I must not be doing things right. They must hate me. They must think I'm ugly. They must think I'm not good enough. That's why they're not doing it, right? But the truth of the matter is that they don't think about themselves in those terms because they have never been taught to even question it because of what they witnessed as a child growing up with parents that maybe were very much like this with each other and then divorced, separated, or whatever. Okay, so that's what's going on here, is that what's going on with you right now is that this is the story, but you are like, you're being put in a position where you've got to make a decision. And the reason why you're even entertaining someone else in your life, this one, is because you have been looking at yourself and saying, I feel like this when I'm not with this one. So why am I with them, right? Why am I not with someone else? Even if you had to be by yourself, why am I with this person? You've got those questions. So the back of the deck is the King of Swords, speaking your truth. But we're going to put these here. The Magician, manifesting what? Manifesting a new way of looking at things, a new perspective, and speaking your truth, cutting something away. And the Ace of Cups, following your, this is self-love, and it's also the new beginning of wow. Oh, wow. Follow your heart. Oh my God. Holy crap. Okay, so look, there's so many cards here because this is what is to be done about it. So to help bring a solution, right? That I'm going to have to go through them real quick here. Otherwise, I'll be here for another 20 hours. Okay, so King of Swords could be looking at divorce. Okay, going to a divorce lawyer, but following your truth, looking at your truth, going inward. And this person has a plan, strategy, okay? Magician is putting that in action, manifesting what it is that you truly want. But you have to know what it is that you truly want. So you have to gain a new perspective. What is it? Is it worth being with somebody that cannot be what it is I feel I need? Or do I need to stay with them and teach them how to be what I need them to be? Or leave, right? You got to know what you got to know what you want. Do you love this person enough to stay with them and try and teach them? And being very patient and expecting this could be a lifetime. This could be very much a lifetime endeavor between you and them. That it's going to take them a while to really be conscious of how they are or not being with you. That makes you happy. Ace of Swords, cutting to the truth, right? Cutting something out with following your heart. Brand new beginning for you to do what that makes you, you're loving yourself. You're doing what's making you feel good, make you feel happy. It makes you feel good to stay with this person because you love them enough to do that and teach them, and that's what you do. But you're going to need to you know, find some way of being able to work with, I'm trying to say, work with yourself in a way that is being honest, yes, but because of the swords, right? Being honest, but being like, forgive yourself, being lenient, like, yeah, patient, right? Really, to be patient with yourself, be patient with the process. If you're going to stay with this person, then you're going to have to be patient with the life, could be a lifelong learning process with you and your person. Or are you going to, you know, you'll be checking in with yourself to see, you know, what you're going to come to realize what it is you want. You're going to be checking into yourself and checking in with yourself to see if there's something more that you need to, you know, change within yourself, more that you need to see, to become aware of. That's what is it? Why were you in the first place allowing this person to be like this? Like, not allowing them to be like that, but, you know, allowing yourself to be okay with a person like that. Okay? Justice, finding the right action. The justice could be taking, you know, the legal steps to divorce. Go to divorce, and then with being in the energy of following your truth, right? Following your heart, following your truth, manifesting what it is that really speaks to your heart. It's just as well. Things are going to come into balance. There'll be an offer of love, Page of Cups. Queen of Pentacles is, now you want to commit to this person here. Okay, got cats playing in the background, they're making noise. And then the Knight of Pentacles, but taking things slowly, but knowing that this person, because there were the Knight of Wands energy with you, you were too, but now you're able to commit to each other. There's nobody in the middle, because, you know, you've taken action to break away from them. Your King of Cups, that is there's no, you're already committed to each other. There's no hurry to like tie the knot kind of thing. You're going to be following the calling, and you're going to be deciding to making sure that whatever is going on between you and your King of Pentacles here is going to be way you want to move forward with them. That it's not just going to end up either this person reverting back to their old ways because they feel like you're going to stay now, that you're going to commit to them. So like, remember I said, for some of you, this is going to be the person you've been having a clandestine relationship with, or it can be your King of Cups, you know, if you're deciding to stay with them, to teach them and committing to them lifelong, that they become that King of Pentacles energy, committing to you and to what it is that's going to make you happy. Three of Cups, making you happy, right? With the world, with all the like this could be the third party person that you are committing to, your third party person, or you're going to be putting an end to any kind of third party engagement. You're going to cut out the third party person, which would be the person you're having this clandestine that's been making you feel like $1 million, like the Empress, right? That's if you make that decision to stay with your King of Cups, to try to teach him to be on the upright here, then it's like you are cutting the third party person out and you're putting an end to that. But if and that would be you having a brand new beginning, a new chapter in your life with somebody who's really trying to work on it with you, if you're staying with your King of Cups. If you're not, and this is the person you're having a clandestine relationship with, and you're committing to them, it could be someone else too, but you're committing to them, you're going to take things slow, and you're following, you know, you're making the decision that it's got to be the way it has been with the two of you, like this. It's got to be that way. Because you're not going to leave this person to find out that this person is really just has been wearing a mask, and as soon as they know that you're available for them to commit to them, that they revert and they be someone like this person. You know that your final decision is that you're not going to move forward with somebody. You're going to just know. That's why you're taking it slow. You're going to be very mindful about how this person behaves once you decide that you want to commit to them. Like, you're not going to get married per se right away. You're going to make sure that they are actually the same. They're still adoring you and loving everything about you, making you feel like a $1,000,000 Empress, right? They're still like that with you. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be like celebration with the two of you committing, and they stay like that. And that's your new chapter with this person. You putting the past behind you with this one and moving on. So it's either you're going to, you've got to find out what it is that you truly want with the Hangman, and check in with yourself to make sure that as you're deciding to stay with this one for a while, to see if this is really the way you want to go. You want to become their teacher, basically, to teach them how to express themselves emotionally, to teach them, to help them learn how to be in touch with their emotions, because they do have them. They just don't utilize them and enough anyways. And you're going to have to, get yourself into some kind of energy where you're going to be okay with the work it's going to take, and you're going to have to find this time for you to be able to put your mind at ease when things don't seem to be progressing with this person, because there'll be times when they're going to show it, other times they're not going to show it. So you're going to have to be in an energy of, I can find balance here, I can do this. It's just I just got to maybe spend some time alone. That's what I'm saying. Find space and time from your person, from this one and that one, so you can spend some time alone to recharge and find out whatever it is that you said to yourself would make you happy, to kind of assess as to whether or not it's going that direction for you. Wow, so that's what I got, guys. So what's going on with you right now? That's the story of your King of Cups and your Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles person. And now it's coming to, like, you can find balance and equal give and take. Whatever lovey-dovey you give to your person, they give it back. And so do you decide, you're going to decide to be either with them or them, stay with them. And then what to do about it, it's about, making sure that when you look in the mirror, if it's like, why does it, you have to ask yourself this question: why do I have to be with someone else to feel like $1,000,000? Why can't I feel like $1,000,000 whether they're like that or not? Why can't I feel like $1,000,000 without this person that makes me feel like $1,000,000? That is the question that you need to answer, and it's going to take you seriously looking at yourself to see what it is that is obscure to you or unclear to you as to why you feel you need someone outside of you to make you feel like $1,000,000. I hope that was helpful. So take care of yourself. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this card. It's the number 11 card, which is about manifesting, mastering, and it's a solar plexus chakra card. So it's like, that's where our ego kind of resides or presents itself. It's how we appear to others. Yeah, and so confidence is the key word here. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. So that's what we're looking at. I'll read the meaning of it in just a moment. You may be overly confident or confident, great confidence, but it might be intimidating to others. But that's their problem, right? That's the way I look at it. So let's see. If it wasn't the card that you chose this pile, it was the number. It could be the combination of both, whatever. 1 and 4, 14, 41, or 5. You add them together. If that is your zodiac sign. Maybe you're a Capricorn or a Taurus. Maybe you're an Aries or a Leo. Okay. All right. I'm going to get the rest of the cards out here first before I read the description for that. Okay, Archangel Michael, thank you so much. Please give us a Lenormand, please. It goes with the solar plexus chakra card. Confidence for pile 3. This one. Whip. Wow, that's 11 too. That's crazy. That's funny. I like that. Number 11, whip. That is cleaning things up. You know, with the whip. You know, cracking the whip. Cleaning things up. Okay. And it's the clubs, Jack of clubs. So it's a Knight of clubs. No, Knight of wands. Pardon me. Knight of wands. Whip. Knight of wands. So, because there's been a lot of irresponsibility. A lot of impulsiveness. Recklessness. And Clover with the 6 of diamonds. That's the 6 of pentacles. That's balance. Equal give and take. We got luck, happy coincidence, unexpected rendezvous, a fling, good fortune, carefree, a reward, flirt, and snort. No, short-lived. Thinking unexpected rendezvous, a fling with the the Knight of Wands energy. Interesting. Confidence. Okay. Luck. Happy coincidence, unexpected rendezvous, a fling, good fortune, carefree. Carefree, someone who's confident, has, you know, good balance of confidence, is living life good. I mean, you got good fortune, living carefree. You're feeling life rewards you. And you might be confident enough to flirt. Flirt, because people are attracted to you. Now that's 11 in you, the manifestation. Okay, here we go. It says, I am confident in who I am. Okay, the confidence card represents a profound sense of self-assuredness and empowerment. When this card appears, it serves as a reminder of the certainty that resides within you. This inner knowing is not boastful or overbearing, but rather a quiet, unshakable belief in your abilities and potential. Trust in yourself and your capabilities. Know that you are more resilient and capable than you may realize. This card reminds you to stand firm in the face of doubt. When you are confident, there is nothing anyone can say that will steer you off course or make you question yourself. True confidence comes from within, and it is a valuable asset when navigating the ups and downs of life. When you believe in yourself, the possibilities are endless. Your confidence may be intimidating to some people. Have confidence in your goals, ideas, and dreams. Because remember, it says this card reminds you that when you stand firm in the face of doubt, when you are confident, there's nothing anyone can say that will steer you off course and make you question yourself. So have confidence in your goals, ideas, and dreams. Trust in the direction you're being led by spirit, right? Work on improving how you display your confidence, like i.e. your body language, decisiveness, etc. So either you are appearing to be overly, you're overly confident, which should be more like an ego thing, and it stems from being afraid, so we overcompensate with confidence, or our confidence, our quiet confidence, imitates other people, or we're not confident enough. So which is it? Could be either one of those for all who watch this video, right? Okay. So the whip, I just wanted to get a look at that too. Hang on. Card of disputes and conflicts. Personal meaning. It's quarrels, defending one's boundaries, the desire to renew. Meaning in love is clarifying long-standing questions. Meanings in the field of finance, loss of profit, partners, trust of colleagues. Now my cat's coughing. Oh my God, they're so noisy. Okay. Personal meanings, quarrels, defending one's boundaries, the desire to renew. So defending one's boundaries would be like, and quarreling would be like, people are intimidated by your confidence. That's their problem. But, you know, we care about our people, right? So we care about how they feel about our confidence. You know, our decisions that we make, our goals that we have, our progress, our movement forward, our desires. Like maybe you want to quit your job and go to work somewhere else, and that might scare the bejeebies out of your person. But you're feeling confident that it's the right move for you to make. Maybe financially you want to take your life savings and put it in some kind of high risk, whatever. You're feeling quite confident about that. Impulsive maybe, but quite confident. But it's scaring the bejeebies out of your person, right? So it could be intimidating that you just feel so self-assured that you're not worried. Now, if you were in a good kind of confidence like that, the quiet confidence, you would definitely be taking into consideration how this might affect others, your decisions to do something, and whether or not you'd be questioning whether or not it is being impulsive or irrational or irresponsible. So you're gonna be looking at things like from all angles, and you'll be taking your time and making a decision, because you want to make sure that everybody is going to be okay with you making a decision to do whatever it is that you're choosing or wanting to do. Okay. But you're feeling lucky and happy. Lucky and happy. You know? So your confidence makes you feel good. Or at least it will if you step into it. That could be what is to be done about it. To feel more confident about your decisions in life, about who you are and your purpose, and confident about how you see yourself as to, in comparison to how others might see you, and how you feel about that. Okay, so we got, oh, by the way, I'm going to get 9 cards out here for like the story of what's going on with you right now, and then the back of the deck will be about what is to be done about it. Okay, so 2 of water, that's love. 2 of cups, right? It's partnering up, partnership. Again, it could be a partnership that you're in some kind of company or business, and you as one partner wants to either invest or bring someone else on, or bring another product on, or go off on a different spin from what you regularly do, like to do something more, to expand. And your partner maybe feeling not as confident about it as you are, and it scares them. You may be quarreling about it. 10 of fire, 10 of wands, yeah, because there's like heavy burdens here that you're going to be putting down. Justice, and finding some justice in you, whatever it is. Maybe your partner that you're in business with is just not the partner that you want to be in. They might be the type of partner who is always looking at details, like, which is good, but to the point where they slow everything down. It slows everything down because they're so they're not confident enough, right? They're not they are too scared of what ifs, spending more money kind of thing. Is that the direction we should go? Questioning everything. Well, what if this happens? What if that happens? That kind of thing. You need somebody who's got a little bit more high tolerance for risk, for you to expand in your business, let's say. If it's a partnership in business and work, whatever. But if it's a romantic partner, it could be your romantic partner is you need to bring them on board with some of the things that you want to do in life that's just sitting around at home or playing it small. in your relationship isn't enough for you anymore, or maybe never was, but you're just like, you're ready to be more social. For example, maybe when you go out with your partner, your romantic partner, and you're like confidently working the crowd, you know, you talk to people, you got the gift of the gab, you're this, that, and the other thing, and you're very personable person, and your person isn't. They're quite the opposite. And so you might be cracking the whip with them, right? Saying, hey, you're giving me a lot of problems about talking to other men or other women, or that I'm not hanging out with you enough, and you get your nose out of joint, you get really angry, and then when we get home, it's like the silent treatment for God only knows how long, days, and I just feel like I'm a piece of, shite. I'm a piece of shite because I feel like you're telling me I'm a piece of shite because I'm not this for you, or I don't do that with you, and that kind of stuff, that you just want to be clingy and cling on to me, and don't really give me any breathing space, that if I want to go and mingle and stuff like this, that I can't just leave you over here and you start talking, to some people in their area while I go and mingle, that you're going to have a problem with it. And then I'm going to hear all about it when we get home. It'd just be easier for me to go out without you. It got to that point where they may be feeling they're smothering you. Not necessarily with their physical love up, loving you, smothering you with kisses, stuff like that. Could be that too. But their clinginess, when you're out of the house, they won't let go of you. They hang onto your hand or your arm or something like that, and they won't let go of you for fear that you'll go another direction, and then they're like be left standing there really out of sorts and not knowing who to talk to, what to do, and you just want to go home. They just want to go home. They just want to go home. That's all they want to do. And so they come up to you and you're having a really interesting conversation, having a good time, and they say, let's go home. Okay, let's go home. I want to go home. So 5 of Fire, conflict, yeah. There's a lot of conflict between the two of you. So whether this is a business partnership or there's a lot of conflict, like arguments, chaos, conflict, and arguments between the two of you, and internal conflict, because they are because they behave badly, or they don't have enough trust in your decision-making powers if you're in business, or in romantic, and they behave badly, like they're trying to keep you sort of suppressed or even oppressed with their jealousy, with their inability to be social, their inability to be a social person outside of the house, outside of work and home life. And they're making that your problem, that the way they are, it's your fault, or they make you feel like they make you feel bad. They want to make you feel bad, but confidently you're saying, I don't feel bad, I'm this type of person. I've grown up, I've always been like this. This kind of thinking. I know the opportunities that I make, that I manifest for myself and others, of course, your business partner, your romantic partner, the things I manifest as a result of my personalness, my personality, my confidence, is like it's given us a lot of good fortune, a lot of great opportunities for movement forward. And all I get is this conflict, and then the inner conflict about, am I really being a turd towards my person because they find it difficult to be out, they find it difficult to be expansive in our relationship. Should I really feel bad about that? So external conflict with your person, and possibly some internal conflict with yourself. Knight of Air, Knight of Swords, right? Knight of Swords, some hard truth coming in fast, you know, hard truth coming in fast. We have the Hangman that's going to make you look at things from the upside down position. The Eight of Fire, this could be arguments. The Eight of Wands is communication, back and forth communication, but it could be arguments with your person. The Empress, this person, let's see. Nine of Water, that's Nine of Cups. Empress, either this is your person or you, pile 3. Okay, and then we talk about what is there to do about it. We got the Six of Pentacles right off the bat here, and this is the Six of Pentacles. 2 is between two, right? Partners. Six of Pentacles, equal give and take, reciprocity. So when you're in the Clover energy, you're doing well. You know, you're living life. Both of you are living life and enjoying each other and enjoying being with each other around other people. Okay, this person, your person isn't. Your Two of Cups person isn't right now. They're sort of like trying to hold you back, suppress you, oppress you, keep you down with their lack of confidence. You have confidence, it's intimidating to them. But you're cracking the whip, and your person's trying to crack the whip on you, like, you know, you get down, you know, how dare you stand up and be confident, you get down. They're cracking the whip on you, but you'll be cracking the whip. You're manifesting. See the 11, you're manifesting. And you got the 11 card here with Justice, which is 11. So you're going to be finding that your situation is going to become justified. It's going to be equaling out. It's going to be balancing, because there's just too much conflict, whether it's external or internal conflict. There's got to be a lot of truth coming in. Hard truth it could be to hear for them or for you, but it's coming in fast, and it's like, when I say it's coming in fast, it means like it's coming, like it's happening. A lot of it is happening. Yep. So you may be through the arguments that you're having, the conflict you may be having. There's a lot of things coming back and forth between you. This, like, the arguments here is that the communication is going to be truth spoken. You're going to say, well, if you're going to say to them, you could say to them, let's say, example, it's my confidence that unnerves you, isn't it? And they would say, no, blah, 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 blah. And you'd say, well, could it be because you are lacking confidence about, especially when we go out, you lack confidence? And they go, well, no, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, you're going to be saying some things that you believe you're seeing is going on in the relationship, whether it's romantic or your business partner, okay? And they're going to be saying things back to you that they're truths that they see, okay? That's the truths coming back and forth, the arguments. But it's going to send you into a, because you're going to be cracking the whip, right? It's going to put you in a position where you're going to be going, should I stay with this person? Now, you may not be married to this person. You don't have to be married to them, okay? But if you could be married, because this person could be your person that you're married to. Either you're not married or you are married. And it would be then a partnership in, like, business or something, finances, whatever. Some kind of partnership where you're partnered with another person doing something, not romantically. But you're going to be having a look at it and thinking to yourself, I got to see things differently. I got to look at this situation, this setup I have here. Is this working out for me? Or do I need to be with someone else? You may be communicating with somebody, striking up a conversation with someone else to partner with. Okay, whether this is a romantic partner or it's a business partner, a consultant or someone that you want to partner up with, that you're going to be suddenly having a lot of communication with. And for some, it'll be just that you're arguing a lot still with your person, because this inner conflict and external conflict. But whatever it is, it's like this. Okay, because this card is here, the Nine of Cups, I would have to say this is a collaboration, a new collaboration. Let me see here. New collaboration. Quarrels, defending one's boundaries, a desire to renew, clarifying long-standing questions, loss of profit or partner or trust of colleagues. This one here is the confidence card, represents a profound sense of self-assuredness and empowerment. When this card appears, it serves as a reminder of certainty that resides within you. The inner knowing is not boastful or overbearing, but rather a quiet, unshakable belief in your abilities and potential. Have confidence in your goals, ideas, and dreams. Trust in the direction you're being led. Work on improving how you display your confidence. You may need to, body language, decisiveness, stuff. So that's you're working on figuring out what decision to make. If this situation looks to be a situation that you could grow with, expand in, whether it's romantic or not, being in this partnership with this person, is it going to help me grow and expand, become even a better person or more prosperous business person, stuff like that. But I feel like because the Nine of Cups is here, we've got this person here is that either this person's going to get on board with you and they are your wife, or because you'll be having a lot of conversation. Remember, with the conflict, you'll be throwing out some. You're going to be having some chats, okay, where you might be getting some things ironed out between the two of you, to get rid of this burden. Justice prevails. Okay, but if it's not your person, and this is someone else that you're going to be partnering up with, making possibly your empress, whether it's a man or a woman, being this person's more like in a feminine energy for you. If it's a man, that you're being talking to them a lot, so that you're growing your company, you're expanding, and you're going to be like sitting in the Nine of Cups, feeling emotionally fulfilled because you believe you're making the right decisions, because you've taken the time to look at things upside down and sideways that you may have not been doing, but that's what you're doing now. So this is what's going on with you right now, okay? But luck is on your side, and it's turning you sideways or back up, getting you back on your feet. Got the equal give and take, the Six of Earth. With the World, the chapter is closing out. The Ace of Swords is like you're cutting something out to follow your truth. The Four of Swords is making sure that you're always checking in with this energy, because your Holy Spirit, God, your soul puts you in a position where you have to stay sort of, you're sacrificing movement forward and progress for a time, because you had to have a time to look within and see what it is that really wasn't working for you, so that you could figure out how to go about, making it work for you. So Four of Swords is like speaking your truth, getting up after you've had a chance to mull things over with the Hanged Man. Following with the new path, following forward, having cut out what wasn't working for you or who isn't working for you, so that you can continue to confidently move forward. Okay, with your strength and courage, you're doing that, and the Six of Fire is success. Knight of Earth, Three of Earth, yeah, Seven of Earth. So, Eight of Earth, working hard. Knight of Water. Yeah, I mean, it just goes on and on. So it's like Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. It's making sure that you're not being breadcrumbed, that whatever you're putting in, you're getting the same put in by your partner, whether business or romantic. Because this one here had been oppressing you oppressing even your business partner, is oppressing you by being too too resistant about change, about expansion, through their fears and their lack of confidence and being able to take on something else to make the company grow, to help the company grow. So you know, whatever you're putting in, you want to have a partner who's going to want to put in too. Okay, that's going to change. That's going to close out an old chapter. You're going to be seen as an evolving business or evolving romantic relationship. Having cut out whatever was not working. This is like what is to be done. Cut out the cancer. You know, just cut it out. Leave it behind, making sure you're always taking time to, you know, check in with yourself to find out if what your next strategy, your next step, your next piece of action or next decision to make is going to be right for you in a relationship, right for you in business. Mustering up the strength and courage to leave it be, to cut the cancer out, to leave it behind, to follow success, to be seen successful. You're going to be seen successful. Your other companies that are maybe a lot like you, other entrepreneurs, you know, you're going to expand and bring on different clientele because of how you're expanding. You're attracting different socioeconomic and people who want something more or something different than what you were offering before. That is the strategy of success, right? And it's a Knight of Earth. It's just like doing things confidently, knowing that the decision to move forward after having cut something out that wasn't working, you're going to be moving forward, but doing it, you know, it's going to be slow progress, right? Because if you cut your person out romantically, then, you know, if you're wanting to be in another romantic partnership, you might be wanting to take things slow and not getting married right away, but seeing that this person is really on the same page with you because they're in the Empress energy, you know, success energy. Success and you know, if it's romantic or social energy, it's like this person, it has all the finest qualities. Confidence and you know, is someone who is seen as people adore this and respect this person. They are super friendly, super kind, super compassionate, and, you know, very nurturing, always trying to bring everybody into the fold, you know, inclusive, you know, not exclusive. This one is exclusive. This one includes other people, you know, not to the point where it's like, you know, they're cheating or anything like that. I just mean they like to be social. They bring people home. They want to bring people into the house and have dinner with them or cocktails and wine, whatever, just visit, and they want to go out and they want to do that, have dinner with their friends and other people and meet new people and all that sort of thing. They're just a lovely different kind of energy than what your other person is that you're deciding to cut out. And the same with if it was a business partner. This person is going to be someone who wants to expand. They give birth, right? They want to expand. They're not going to be sat up in their resistance, you know, being afraid to make a bold move in some area. Three of Pentacles is working together collaboratively with your partner, romantically or business-wise, growing more prosperity as a result. You know, you are improving, you are growing, you're expanding. The Eight of Earth is that working hard on your relationship with your new person, working hard on your business with your new partner, and just a lot of love. You know, Knight of Cups, right? Just a lot of love between you, adoration, love, like respect. For a business partner, it'd be you care for them. They're somebody that you just can't help but really are impressed with them. You love them, like in a way. What's that way? You know, when you're not in a romantic relationship, what is it, guys? Okay, never mind. I can't think of it, but I know you know what I mean. somebody who you're not in a romantic relationship, that's the way you like them. That's the way you love them. Okay? Gotcha. So I hope that this was helpful. So what's going on with you right now is that you're trying to expand. Your person or partner doesn't want to. They've been oppressing you, suppressing you, trying to hold you down or back. And what to do about this is about you making the decision to find balance and to, what's this, the Knight of Air. Speak your truth, and if that's going to cause you to have to look things up from another perspective so that you can get a good handle on what decision you need to make, that's what you need to do. You need to be able to sacrifice your movement forward or progress forward because you're just not quite ready to make the cut, the final cut, right? Which would be cutting the Cancer out, like I said. Either the partner that's really just not on the same level as you are, confidence-wise, and having a conversation with somebody that is going to be perfect for the job as a new partner in your expansion business or as a new partner in your romantic life, and feeling emotionally satiated, emotionally balanced, emotionally fulfilled, because you realize you've made the right decision by making that cut, right? And then, you'll be working together, collaborating and growing with the Seven of Pentacles. And of course, this is victory and success, and working hard and really enjoying your new expansion, your new movement, progress forward with your new partner or romantic person. Okay? It's all good luck. It's all good fortune moving forward because you decided to look at things differently, that you hadn't been. You've been thinking about it, but it was kind of like it's got to the point where it's time because you want to expand, and your person who you've chosen to be with before at this time is doing nothing to help you to grow and expand. Okay? That'd be like the Cancer, right? So I hope that this was helpful for you. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.